Okay, so we're here to protest against what Rishi Sunak's been saying recently against trans people, not allowing us access to the bathrooms, and not allowing us access to medical care, and fuck the Tories.
Fuck the Tories.
Fuck the Tories.
Chance.
One, we've been on women's wards for the last 70 years. We're not introducing trans women to women's wards. We've always been there. So if you're a woman and you're scared, just know you've always been sharing spaces with us. You just don't notice because we don't tell you, because we're afraid of how you'll react. Again, we're being scapegoated by the government. It is unacceptable for a Prime Minister to instruct people to be abusive to a marginalised group of people. We are already experiencing the most hate crimes per capita in this country. Those have gone up 11% this year. The Prime Minister and his cabinet are well aware of the effect this is having on trans people. They're putting our lives in danger. They're putting trans kids' lives in danger. And they're doing it all in the vain hope that we'll forget about the cost of living crisis, the energy crisis, the money they stole from the NHS during the COVID-19 pandemic, Rishi Sunak's own frauds, fraudulent activities with the government stealing money from the rich people. We won't forget. We won't be distracted. We're coming for you. Okay, does everyone else want to say a few words? No? Brilliant.
Hi everyone, I'm Maz. So a couple of years ago now, I used to live in Oxford. I was at a protest there against having conversion therapy not include trans people, and a lot of that talk was me saying how the Tories are stripping us of trans joy, which is very true. But it's been a couple of years down the line, I've transitioned a bit more, and arguably there's been a lot more transphobia in the government. So yeah, I'm not here today to whine about the fact that Tories aren't being very nice to us. I'm here to talk about the fact that we don't have the opportunity to have trans joy. We don't have the opportunity to be ourselves. We don't have the opportunity to just exist currently, and it's a bit shit. On top of this, I hate the misogyny that comes with this, as Lexi said. Women look like me. I still have tits. I have a deep voice. I don't have PCOS, but someone with PCOS might look like me, and I'm a trans man. Okay? It's not about trans women and trans men. It's about Tories thinking that if you're a woman, you have to look a certain way, despite the fact that I know many cis women that are happy with how they look, happy with how they present in the world, and they are arguably more masculine than me. That is the bullshit that Tories think is okay to proliferate.
I'm standing here from N.A.T's Trans Hub. We're a support organisation for trans people, and our motto is support in any form it takes. Now, support is getting harder and harder for us because we are having more and more people coming to us. Not just because they're trans, but because of what is happening in the world. We are having to work harder as an organisation to keep up. Now, 25 years ago, I worked for something in Oxford called the Northgate Hall. We were an LGBT association. We were somewhere to come to be safe. Now, back then, our fight was to prove that same-sex couples were not going to destroy anything. There was not going to be an increase in paedophilia if we lowered the age of consent. The army was still going to defend us, even though they had gay and lesbian people and bisexual people working in it. We would not destroy marriage by offering it to same-sex couples. All of that did not happen when we had rights. Marriage is stronger than it's been. Our army exists. There is not an increase in gay men going around abusing people. We're now suffering exact blueprint of that for trans people. And we feel as though we are going to prove eventually that all of the horror stories are not going to happen in exactly the same way. I would call on the government to know that this is not a vote winner. You're not using transphobia to win votes. I'd call on the government to realise that we are not a distraction from any bad actions that are happening elsewhere. Now, we shouldn't be here. I've just bought a house. I should be in my house putting furniture in it. You should be playing rugby. They should be playing rugby. And frankly, we should all be somewhere warm. We shouldn't have to be here. I would like to end by saying that around 10 years ago, the Northgate Hall closed. And that was because there was no longer a need for it. Because we'd won our rights. We had proved we were not a danger. I'd like to say that with efforts like this, with people like this, we will do the same. We will have our rights. We will prove we are not a danger. And lastly, I'd like to say that the door to N.A.T Trans Hub is always open for anybody who needs support in any form.
Please realise, the government is trying to get rid of me and my community, every single one of us. Using our existence to get a vote by turning every single person against us. Taking out a minority, which they will do to every single other minority. The issue is not trans people. The issue is the government and the bad people within society.
Eat the rich!
Go on! We don't want to hurt anyone. The government is trying to brainwash every single person by using trans people as a scapegoat. Because all they care about is power. This is to anyone who is transphobic or against the trans community. What if your child came out as LGBT, fearing that their own existence is going to be eradicated by the government? Our own rights are being taken away. Can't you see that?
Last time I remember, the main time I remember being here was a year and a half ago when Posey Parker decided to come to Nottingham and spread her hate. That was pretty much the first Nottingham Against Transphobia event that took place, and there was about 20 of us. Take a look around you, there's more than 200. This Nottingham Against Transphobia and our movement has grown so much, and Posey Parker has not dared to return to this city. If she ever does, she will face so many more of us, and the turfs themselves are just full of hate. We've had a few anti-trans events in Nottingham over the past year and over the past couple of years, but they've started to die down because I think actually the people organising it have started to have therapy. It is not healthy for people to be full of anti-trans hate. The people who are in that position are unwell, and some of them will find that out the easy way or the hard way. And thankfully our movement grows stronger and stronger. It's great to see you all here. Next time we do an event, next time we have to do an event, if we're countering hatred in the city, I hope that you're all able to come here and make ourselves known, because in reality we are growing and we are unstoppable, and there's so much tremendous trans power in Nottingham. Brighton is a city in the UK which is known as kind of the most LGBT friendly city. I really believe that Nottingham is growing and is becoming the most trans friendly city in the country. I hope that you all go away today and feel the same power that I do, and can work and hope and build this community and build what I think is a real bastion for trans life in the UK. We're here and we have to suffer under this government, but that doesn't mean that we can't build a better tomorrow for each other, and it's just so incredible seeing all of your faces today here.